Good morning to all. Today, I, Ms. Nirupama Rochan, is going to teach you biology, class 10th. I welcome the class 10 students for the first biology online video class. So here's the chapter that we have chosen for today's class, that is human population. Now, the word population, we already hear so much about in the news today. What is population? India stands second position in the world and its population is around 138 crores. So when we hear the word population, what exactly it means? It means the number of organisms in a definite area at a given time. Now, the number of organisms, they should be of the same species, that means capable of interbreeding. So, all the organisms belonging to the same species and occupying a definite area. For example, the area of our country. If we talk about our country, India, the area is our country, India, and all the organisms, human beings I am talking about, living in it or inside the boundary and at a given time. Given time can be a decade period or a few years. Now, all these three are the key words for the definition of population. That is the number of organisms belonging to the same species found in a definite area at a given time period. Now, if the given population is found in a definite area, then we count it as population per unit area. So, if the population per unit area we take, it is called as the density of that population in that particular area. For example, the population of a particular city is 1 lakh. And the population of that city which it can accommodate may be 5 lakhs. Now, at present the population is 1 lakh. The area of that city is around particular A area. Let us say the area is A. Now, at that particular area, the amount of population or the number of people living in that area accounts to its density. So, how we define population density? It is the number of people or the population occupying definite area or per unit area. Now, we see there are certain reasons why we need to know about population. The reason is because if you see today's news channel, we all are talking about that this is the population of the country, how many people are suffering from COVID-19 and so on. Now, how we are able to know it is because we have the record of this population with us. Now, the record which we make about population is called as demography. Now, demography is the statistical study of human population. So, when we study the human population in a statistic manner, okay, by showing bars and other things, then we call it as a population. This helps us to know what is the rise and fall of the population in any country or area. Now, we have the reasons for rapid rise in population. This is the problem that we face every time that the population is increasing or decreasing. So, I have few points according to the text that you have, the reasons for rapid rise in population. The main three reasons are agricultural revolution, second is industrial revolution, and the third is the scientific revolution. Now, why we call it as a revolution? Because when the country decided to, or any world decides to increase the agricultural production of their own to fulfill the needs of the masses, So then what happens is that the famine and other problems that occurs in a country can be sorted out. Now you must have heard about Bengal famine. What happened is so many people died during this time. And the reason was because there was not surplus food for the masses. But after the revolution in the field of agriculture, this problem could be sorted out. How? By feeding the surplus masses. Same way we have industrial revolution. Because of rich amount of new products that are coming up in the market, we are able to provide better technology, better facilities to the people, more production is there. As a result, we find that at a time a surplus population can be given the needs or fulfill the needs. The third is the scientific revolution, which is very important because if we look around, if we take the example of COVID-19 only, we find that so many people are dying in the world just because we don't have the vaccine. But in the previous years, we find that once the vaccine is being made for any of the problems or the diseases, the problem can be sorted out easily. So scientific revolution means the revolution where we can change the needs of the masses by providing certain scientific tools like medicines, hospitals. Now at the present scenario, if we see around, we have hospitals, we have medicines for many of the diseases, and thereby people can be cured, and this helps, all these points therefore help to increase the population of any area or country or of the world. Now the next is the reasons for population explosion. Now the question is, what is explosion? Sometimes we find that the population that we have in any area exceeds the, or you can say it goes above the needs of the masses. Means the resources or the provisions that are available in the country, they are limited in terms of the large population. As a result, we find that it becomes difficult for the country to fulfill their needs of their people. Therefore, we find that leads to population explosion. Now, when we see the world, what is the reason behind population explosion? The reasons are almost the same if you see around. First is the better healthcare, same thing, that is based on scientific revolution. So, because of the scientific research in the field of medicine and other areas, we find that better healthcare can be provided to the people, and thereby the lives of the people can be saved at large number. The next is less mortality rate. Now this is dependent on this only, the first point. Because better facilities of the health care, better scientific revolution, now the death rate has decreased. Now what is death rate? We have to learn this. How we learn the death rate? It is the number of individuals which are born number of individuals die per 1,000 of the population. Now for every 1,000 of the population per year, another word, per year. So the number of individuals dying per 1,000 of the population per year. That means every year that accounts the death rate, also known as mortality rate. So definitely when we are having better scientific revolution, we have better health care and therefore less mortality rate or the death rate. And of course when the death rate is minimized, we find that the birth rate is increased. Now how to learn the birth rate? It is the number of individuals born or the number of live births per 1,000 of the population per year. That means the definition only changes the word live, births or dying. So these two words have to be changed, rest of the things remains the same. per 1,000 of the population per year. So as a result, we find that the birth rate, which is also known as natality, decreases or increases. Here we find that the birth rate is increasing. Why? Because of all these better facilities, and thereby decreasing the death rate of the population. So this is how we find that these problems are there which can be sorted out, but on the other side we find that we are increasing the population of the world. The last point that is very important is more food available. Now that is dependent on the first point above, agricultural revolution. Because of more food production, better facilities of the food items available in the market, we find that we have more food production. Now more food production, so everybody is getting the better food at low cost, you can say, and thereby the surplus masses are being fulfilled. As a result, we find that all these reasons, all four put together, helps to increase the explosion of population in the world. Now let us see what happens in our own country. The reasons for population explosion in India. There are many reasons if we start thinking about that in our country, what can be the reasons? Very simple. The first is illiteracy. Now, many major parts of the country, we find that if you go around, we find that the people are less educated. Now, what does this cause? The minds are not educated to have limited number of family members. So, as a result, illiteracy also becomes one of the a key factor for the explosion of population if we talk about our own country. Second very common factor is because of illiteracy again, the people are not much educated, and if they are educated also, they always have a desire for a male child. The reason is because they want their families to run their generations and so on. So that mindset which is there, which they are following since so many years, has led to that condition that they always want a male child. Now, because of a male child, they may have many girls first born, and then just to have one male boy, they will continue to have a number of children. The third is the lack of recreation that goes to the very lower sectors of the society, the underprivileged, as they have no other means of recreation or entertainment, so the only way is to increase the population. The last is the lack of family planning. That is all based on the above 3 points. Because they are illiterate, because they have a desire for a male child, because there is lack of recreation, as well as we find that they are not able to follow the family planning techniques. Now, we'll see the problems that arise due to overpopulation. There are many reasons behind. We have already seen that so many ways the population is increasing in the world, in our own country. Now, what are the consequences or the problems that take place due to overpopulation? In the country, we find it is the increased consumption by more population. Now, if we talk about a country, as it is written here, that it will lead to more production value, more consumption. Now, if there are a lot of people, for example, in our house only, we have 4 members in a family, suppose, and we need a limited amount of food stock for a day or for a month. But suppose suddenly some visitors come to stay for a few months, what will happen? All the budget will go up and down. The reason is because now the consumption will be more as compared to our own stock. The same thing happens in the country also, because more population is there, now the consumption or the use of that food items or any of the things like medical facilities or any of the other things that we have will become more. The second population holds is the urbanization. Now urbanization is the people when they shift from villages or rural areas to urban areas, that is the cities. Now why they want to go to cities? Better facilities, for want of better houses, better jobs, and moreover the attraction that they get from the outside world. So those things are not being seen in the villages, so they are more attracted, the youngsters, the youth, they are more attracted to go out and see the world. So thereby all these leads to urbanization. It is the settling of people from villages to urban areas or cities in want of better life, and that leads to further problems. Now what are the problems that are being caused due to this overpopulation in the urban areas? Pollution, that is the major problem that we see. Overcrowding, everywhere we see jam, traffic jam and so many things. The reason is because of the overpopulation. Pollution, more vehicles, more people on the road, that all causes the pollution. And shortage of basic necessities. For example, in a city, suppose there are 10 major hospitals, the big renowned hospitals, but if the population is very high, or you can say too much, then what will happen? Those 10 hospitals also may not be able to fulfill the needs of the society. The reason is because the basic necessities, that is food, agriculture, everything is being going above. The next is the depletion of natural resources. Now, these natural resources like air, water, we have plants around us. Okay, so these are going to be affected. Why? Because of the overpopulation. Overpopulation which is there, that is definitely going to affect the plants, because when we have more population, more land area will be used up for making buildings, more land area will be used up and the agricultural land will be shifted in the use of these buildings and so on. As a result, we find that there will be loss of so many natural resources. And of course, the pollution also can affect here. So, they are dependent on each other. The next factor that is only limited to the people individually, that is unemployment. Now, unemployment means too many people, job scarcity will be there. So, if overpopulation is there, the number of limited seats will be there for any job or any vacancies will be all limited. And the next is pollution, that I have already told you that surplus population leads to the problems like impurity of the air by causing so much of waste in the surrounding. So at present, if we see the population of our country, which ranks second in the world after China, therefore we find that limited resources are getting on. We are becoming more polluted in the environment, we are polluting the environment, we are adding so many polythenes and other things to the environment by excessive use of these. And the last is the large families. Now in a large family, what will be the problem? That I already told you, large families will be due to illiteracy, it can be due to lack of recreation, it can be due to other reasons that we have already talked about. So, what will be the effect of overpopulation to these families? Definitely, they cannot provide better education to their children. Then they will have shortage of food. They will have problems of sanitation, hygiene, as well as poverty. Poverty can be one of the major factors which can cause some other crucial problems also in the future. So these are the consequences of overpopulation. It can be in our country, it can be around the world, everywhere. Now, there is a solution, or you can say there is every problem can be solved according to science, and we find here that therefore we also have so many methods by which the population control can be done. There are three major conditions that we will talk about the population control methods. The first is education. Now, I told you the major reason behind overpopulation is illiteracy. So, the education is very, very important to make the mind broad enough so that they can further follow the other methods that we are going to talk about. The second is the family planning methods. Now, for family planning methods means how many children a family should have. For example, the family planning method, they show an inverted triangle which is red in color. So this is a sign of a family planning method, an inverted red triangle. Okay, and here we find that this means that mother, father and one child. So now in the present scenario, the families do not have two children, but they should go for one child so that their family can manage the society. So once each and every family decides to have one child, then only we can think about the population control in the country. So this is what we talk about, that is the family planning methods. It's already given there. Then the third is the fertility control methods. Now these are the permanent methods. Permanent methods means the sure methods by which definitely the population can be controlled. There are two methods. One is the vasectomy and tubectomy. Now these are performed on the males and the females respectively. The vast difference. Now under the vasectomy, ectomy means to cut. Ect means to surgically cut or to cut anything, and vas is being referred to the vas difference present in the male. Now to cut the male vas difference surgically by means of operation, a minor operation is being done to cut the, you can see the word used is dilating. So dilating or cutting the vas difference. And this method is a surgical method. So therefore the key words in this definition is first sterilization, dilating or cutting and vas difference. Similarly in the females we have tubectomy. Now as the word says, tubectomy, that refers to the oviduct. And again, cutting of oviduct. Now the whole of the vas difference for oviduct is not being cut. Only a minor portion, a small part of the oviduct or vas difference is being cut or dilated by a minor operation. Now in both these methods, the cut ends are joined to prevent the fertilization. The main reason behind these two methods is to prevent fertilization. And when there is no fertilization, the population can be controlled. The third and the most important permanent method is MTP. Its full form is medical termination of pregnancy. Now if a female already has conceived a child or the fetus is already developing, it can be aborted within 4 months of the time period. Therefore, it is safe before 4 months. Therefore, this is known as medical termination of pregnancy. So this is also a sure set method. All these three are the confirmed methods by which fertilization can be prevented. And this is therefore known as, commonly we call this word as abortion. So these are the three main types, and I hope you have enjoyed the session, and maybe you will find a little bit here and there, but the definitions you have to learn according to the keywords. And the most important thing that there are few questions based on it that are given in your PDF document files. So go through them, learn them, and please stay at home and stay safe. Thank you.